the best thing about being a parent is that unconditional love from them kids, no matter what. You know, they just love you, and you can't put a price on that.
One of my favorite things about being a parent is being present and seeing my kids smile.
Watching them develop friendships, watching them, do well in school.
My kids are in their 30s, but as the years go by, you're now watching your grown children be successful children and know that you did your best, and that best was obviously done well.
The hardest thing about being a parent is everything. Parenting is hard. I will say it and I will say it again. It is hard, and it's not what I thought it was going to be. And I hate to say that, but it's challenging, and it's nothing like I remembered when I was a kid.
Definitely the lack of sleep. The newborn phase was super easy and great, but from 4 months on, not sleeping really takes a toll on you. So learning to lean on people is hard. I'm a very independent person, so that was hard for me to be able to be like, yeah, I need some help, even if it's just my mom coming over so I could take a nap, or my mother-in-law coming so that I can do dishes.
Seriously, I think it's the hardest job in the whole world. When my daughter passed, my grandson, he was with his father. Well, 4 years later, his father passed. So I was the only one left for him, and I was scared to death. I thought, I am gonna screw this kid up. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I have this expectation as a parent that what I'm supposed to do or how my child's supposed to act. That stress in and of itself is so weighing.
I had the Department of Social Services, I had the Dove House for grief counseling, and I had me and him and my husband and all of that, and they helped me. They helped me a lot.
For both of my daughters, my oldest being 20, the youngest being 13, they both have anxiety. So, me and my wife decided to actually reach out and get some professional help and help them work through it and develop coping skills.
Carol's hospital's breastfeeding support group, that was a lifesaver for us, and I tell everybody that has a baby that plans on breastfeeding to go see them. They're amazing. They help make sure that they have a good latch and help make sure that your supply is coming in well.
One of the services that I have had experience with working with and that I see that I think is beneficial to new parents is the Judy Center. They have a lot of programs that benefit new parents. Parents that might have another child in the household, a toddler, and then they're expecting another baby, and how to kind of juggle that and how to teach your children some great activities.
So for the last 12 years, we have been using services in the community for our kids, and we jumped around a bit because of, at some point, the child or the children that we have been doing well and felt they didn't need service, so we, stopped going to services. But over time, things come back up and we enroll, and that's been beneficial because they've always been very open with us coming back or, referring us somewhere else that would be helpful.
The thing I've learned is there's nothing wrong with reaching out. There is no stupid question, and you gotta know you're not alone. If there's a name for it, then somebody's been through it. So we're not alone out here. It's scary. I'm not saying it's not, but you got to take a leap and do it.
You're stronger when you reach out and you realize there are other people out there who are experiencing the same thing or dealing with the same thing, and that there are other people out there to help you.
There is many, many, many programs in Carroll County. There's answers today, Back in the day, there was no answers. The goal is to keep the kids with their parents and to help.
I remember growing up hearing, it takes a village to raise a child, and it does, from friends to different services and, just people in the community, don't be afraid to reach out.
For parents or caregivers in Carroll County, we developed the Caregiver Support Plan that encourages individuals to recognize stress being on a spectrum. We know that at each level across that spectrum, different supports may be more impactful for each individual. By identifying examples of stressors and supports or actions to take, we hope to prevent higher levels of stress. Ultimately, through strengthening relationships and engagement, we can create a more hopeful community.